Okay, hi guys. So today we'll be talking about a system which is a Nifty 50 breakout system. What we are trying to do broadly here is find stocks which are at a higher price and which are possibly in something called as breakout. And we do two things. We'll start with a system where one of the parameters is 1 year, and we'll also do a simple system where the parameter is 5 years, and then leave it up to you. You can decide whatever is the parameter that you want to choose between them from 1 year to 5 years or even longer. The only caveat here being the Nifty 50 itself is not constant in the last 50 years. So what we are doing here is point sampling. So we are sampling the stocks which are in Nifty 50 index as of June 2025. So if you want uh, to do the comparison from a 5 year time horizon, possibly you may want to go back in 2020 and find out what were the Nifty 50 stocks and see whether uh, you want to add that also to the domain of your analysis. But here we are not doing any of that. We are just saying that at this point in 2025 this is the index, and I'm trying to find out whatever are the stocks which are at a higher price as an all-time high. So this is the structure of the Excel. Again, let me check if the video is working. It is. Okay. So this is the structure of the Excel. You have you have your universe, which is Nifty 50. uh, P by E generally is not a bad idea to take P by E. It gives you a sense of how cheap or expensive a stock is, and can also be used as a filtering criteria. You may want to find a stock which is a breakout and a stock which is cheap. So if that is your criteria, the P by E value here will help you. So breakout price, what we are assuming here is what is the highest price in the last 52 weeks, which is the last 1 year. And then let's come to I'll come to G a little later. Let's come to the column H. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to find out where is the stock today with a reference to 50 its 52-week high price, and the theory being that if a stock is at a 52-week high, you can buy it under the assumption that a stock which is high will continue going high. And that's the first criteria. So then I'll just talk about a trading system after some time, but that's what we're trying to do. So let's say this is your system. So you try to find stocks. It's a simple setup, and these are the stocks which are trading at almost a 52-week high as of 30th June 2025. And the stocks are HDFC Bank, HDFC Life, Ultratech, ICICI Bharti, Grasim. Zomato has been shown here also because yeah, it was listed more than 1 year back. So this is these are the stocks. So what you can do is possibly, if your system says that buy a stock at a 52-week high, so you can buy these stocks. Let's say your system says you want to buy it. You can want to buy the top 5 stocks or top 7 or top 10. You can buy those. If you want, you can buy it in equal proportions, which is what I would say is the easiest thing to do. And the reason I say that is, let's say you want to change the proportion, then you introduce a bias in the system. Then the question is in what proportion, and then how do you actually validate that is it the right proportion or is it not the right proportion. And broadly, if you're coming from an overarching philosophy that objective is to develop damn simple and stupid systems, then there is no point trying to do the over analysis of what should be the weight. So it's usually not a bad idea to do it in equal weights. This is what will, so if your system is by top 5 stocks or top 7 stocks, you can do that. And then the other, but you need to make it elaborate trading system. You need to have your exit criteria in place. You need to have your rebalance time horizon in place. Let's say this, you can have a 6 month or a 1 year time horizon for rebalancing. You can, once a year you can buy top 5 stocks, or you can do it once in 3 months also. And then you need to have your exit criteria also in place. If a stock falls 20% from its peak or from your buying price, you should just exit, because otherwise, if it's taking away your sleep at night, it's not worth it. So this is what we are trying to do. So this is a simple system. Now let's say you have a different time horizon, right? The whole point of these Excel sheets is something called as DIY, right? Do it yourself. Whatever you want to do, I'm just trying to say, I'm just trying to show the tools available for you to do that. You want to say that no, I'm not interested in a 1 year time horizon. My time horizon is different. It can be 2 years, 3 years, it can be 5 years, or let's say 7 years. So let's build another case where I'm changing the time horizon. If I change the time horizon to 5 years, I want to find out the stocks which are at a price which is 5 year high. So that's what column G all about. So I've just changed simply the parameter of time horizon to 1 year to 5 years. And now you want to find the stock which are close to their 5 year high price. So these are the stocks, right? Mahindra and Mahindra, Ultratech, nearly the same bunch of stocks, but this these are the output of different trading system. So you can buy, let's say, top 4 5 of these if you want, if that's what is the structure of your system. And now you want to say that okay, I want, so let's say now you're adding a filter, you want to also add a filtering criteria. You have to buy which is at a 5 year high and a stock which is relatively cheaper, and you have to define the relatively cheaper metric. So let's say if your metric is the P by E should be less than 50, then you would possibly buy Mahindra Mahindra. You wouldn't buy Ultratech because P by E is 60. You wouldn't buy SGFC Life if P by E is 95. Yeah, the rest of them you can buy. Grasim is marginal 51. You wouldn't buy that. Eternally you won't buy 453 is a huge P by E. So that's the reason why I always include the P by E, because sometimes you get too into something, you get to, you fall in love with an idea, right? But then P by E shows you that okay, what is relatively cheaper, what is relatively more expensive. So this is what we have done in this in this Excel sheet or Google sheet, is trying to find stocks which are at a 52-week high, and to give you the output of the stocks which are at a 52-week high at two different time horizons, 1 year and 5 years, and then depending on that you can decide. You can, after this is just the first level. After this, before this, at a level 0 you need to have a trading system, and once you have a trading system, this is a Excel sheet which gives you a sample. It samples you, it gives you a sample of the output, and then you need to make a trading system, and then you need to execute your trading system. So this is what this video was all about. Thank you.